As long as there's no tingling down the back of your leg.
Well, I didn't feel my toes.
You didn't feel your toe, you said?
I did not. Se durmieron mis pies.
You said that qué?
Se durmieron los pies. Fell asleep.
Oof, los dos?
One on the right side.
But but the injury was on the left?
On the back, on the whole back, but now it moved to only the right side.
Okay, so it's from the right and now it's the right toes.
Yes.
Oh, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really not good.
Yeah, so I'll see that I'm going to see the doctor tomorrow. Oh.
All right. Well, you got to make sure you update me on that, okay? All right, it seems like, geez, we got a small group today. The real winners. Wow, okay. All right, well, today's topic is going to be short, sweet, and simple. The topic is the finish line formula. What happens after this challenge and after your fitness journey?
Recording in progress.
So the finish line formula is day 4 of the challenge of mom bod to bombshell. So the whole essence of this call is to find out and know how to lock in your results and keep the momentum going onwards. Okay? And that being said, number 1, Talia, you crushed this challenge. You've been one of the most consistent inside and out. But I do want you to understand, if you stop the consistency, you'll be right back where you started. Okay? Now, for anyone who's going to be watching this replay, anyone on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc., this hamster wheel that we've been talking about for the past 4 days, it's real. You've been here before, you've been motivated, you've been inspired, you've been full of momentum, and then life hits, then you give up. Again and again and again. Then you start, then you give up. But this time, we're going to break the pattern. This time, you're going to stay consistent. Most people finish strong and then they disappear. That's why this is one of the most important days. Because this is part of where you decide whether you're going to just have another moment or you're going to make a comeback. And the comeback is here to stay. Right here, you learn how to avoid that yo-yo, I don't want to say dieting, but yo-yo crashing of that hamster wheel going back and forth. Because most people fail right after the program ends, right after their challenge ends. So here you want to make sure that you promise yourself, your future self, hey, I owe it to you, I'm going to lock in the results and we're going to keep progressing. You find out exactly how to reach your results and how to keep building going forward. I had this one client, her name was Jenny. And Jenny, she started off with a challenge in the past. I believe it was a 7-day challenge. Wanda, I mean, you've been in my program for a while now. I used to do longer challenges. Now it's 4 days. But she felt amazing after the challenge. And right after, I think she used it for her vacation or whatnot. A special event was coming up. I believe it was a vacation. And when she saw the results, she fit in her bikini, she felt good, and then she ghosted. She came back 3 months later saying, I lost all my progress. And that time she reached out, she said, listen, let's start up again. and I want to commit into the training program. I want to commit to myself so that I could keep the results. She signed up, she stayed consistent, and then 8 weeks later, side by side photos, they were ridiculous. I still use it as a transformation motivation on Instagram today. She mentioned, I'm not going to forget this. She mentioned the challenge showed me what's possible. And then after the challenge, once I signed up to the program, she said the next step, I want to make it permanent. So I want to share, since we're on this ongoing theme of secrets the past 4 days, I want to share the 3 winning secrets after the challenge. The first one is results don't last if your plan ends. Most women stop once the hype fades and then they regain the weight. Okay. Also, when I say results don't last if your plan ends, it also means that you do not need to depend on motivation. Motivation is like a mood. Motivation is like saying, hey, I need to be happy. Realistically, we all know we're adults. There's going to be times where we're going to be sad. We can't guarantee that we're never going to be sad in the next 80, 70 years, 60 years that we're alive. We can't guarantee that. There's going to be more points where we are going to be happy, we're going to be sad, we're going to be crying, we're going to be heartbroken, we're going to be excited, we're going to have all these emotions, and motivation's right there with them. Motivation's a mood. So you do not need motivation. You need a system. You need consistency, and you need a routine, and you need accountability. You need a system, you need accountability, you need consistency. And a sustainable plan keeps you consistent after the spark wears off. After the roller coaster of stress and happiness goes up and down. Okay, so that's number one. One of the secrets of winning after the challenge is results don't last if your plan ends. You need a plan. The next one is, you have any questions so far? Wanda, Talia? No? Make sense? Yes? Cool. The second one is your body loves consistency, not perfection. It's not about hitting 100% every single day, Wanda. It's about staying 80% locked in. You show up to yourself 80% every single day, you're going to see results. But if you expect yourself to show up every single day at 100%, you're not going to see it. Because it goes up and down. You need to realize that. That's expectation meeting reality. The woman who transforms long term, they stay in the room when it gets quiet. A woman who transforms long term stays in the room when it gets quiet. What do I mean by that? Have you guys ever been in a relationship and sometimes when things get rocky and tough, you're not going to give up. You're going to be there. You're going to stay consistent and you're going to drive through. You know, if you're going to give up when one obstacle happens and you're going to walk away, I mean, if you do that, you do everything the same way you do one thing. So if you've done that in one aspect of your life, you're going to do that in all the others. So it comes down and it puts a bow on all the themes that we ended up going over these last few days, these last 4 days. You want to start acting and feeling and taking action and thinking the same way you want your future self with the results to be in. Are we on? Are we good? Cool? Okay. The last one is momentum is key. Do not kill it. Once you build momentum, it's extremely, extremely hard to build momentum again. If you think about like a 100-pound stone on top of a hill, if you start pushing it down, the first push is the hardest. The first step is the hardest. But once the ball or the rock or the stone starts rolling, is the easiest thing. You gotta stay behind it. But if you stop the momentum, you stop the ball, you stop the rock from rolling down the hill, it's extremely hard to start pushing it down the hill again, yes? Same thing here. Same thing in life. Okay, so those are the 3 secrets of the post challenge. How to stay consistent, how to continue seeing results after. YouTube says W life lessons. Exactly, man. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Do we have any questions or concerns about this? No. Good, so I'm doing my job here. Okay. So, the question that I'm gonna leave you guys with before I share the good stuff, the challenge, the winners, right? You've proven to yourself that you can show up. You've proven to yourself that you can show up. Now the real question is, are you ready to finish what you started? Okay? You've proven yourself that you can show up, but are you ready to finish what you started? I see a lot of yeses. I love that. Love it. Good, Wanda. All right, so homework for the challengers is, number 1, stay consistent with the pictures. We're gonna do 10 seconds freeze for the pictures. Wanda, Talia, it doesn't hurt your chances. Damn, I don't have my phone. Where's my phone? It'll depend on you guys to just share it. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Love it. Okay, number 2 is the challenge is not done after this. Homework and next step is going to be announced right now. The homework of the challenge is, I want you to post a recap of your biggest takeaway from the entire challenge on the community chat. I want you to post a recap of your biggest takeaway from the entire challenge. There's been many themes every single day of the entire challenge. There's been nutrition. There's been training program, there's been a nutritionist, there's been a personal trainer, there's been meetings with my clients, there's been client wins that we've shared live on the call, and me just explaining past clients. The biggest recap of a recap of the biggest takeaway rather of the challenge. Okay. And Wanda, you won the client challenge. Congratulations. You've been consistent. Okay. You've been consistent with every single call. Yeah. You've been consistent with every single call. You've been consistent with every single call. Okay. Especially this week. I've seen your activity levels on the community chat. You know the criteria of the challenge. So you won. Congratulations.
Thank you. I feel blessed.
Of course. Of course. We'll go into detail inside the chat. Okay, on the next steps. Talia, you already won by showing up today a $25 gift card. By just showing up on the final day, a $25 gift card on Amazon. So congratulations. We'll go into detail on a one-on-one call with each other, how I can send that to you, etc. And then next steps after that. And by the end of the day tonight, I'll be announcing inside the Mom Bod to Bombshell the winner of the challenge. I do want to give the opportunity for the challengers that couldn't make it on this call to watch this video and also do the homework. Okay, I think that's fair for all the moms. Again, it's it's Mama's Day, but for showing up today, you already won $25. So congratulations, Talia.
I appreciate it. Thank
Of course.
you so much.
So we will. I do have a call in the next 5 minutes. We will go on a call one-on-one. So what I'm gonna do right now, Talia, so that we can discuss how I can provide you with the provide you with the gift card. Use this link on the chat. Book the call as soon as you can. I believe it gives you the flexibility of doing it from tomorrow onwards. And Wanda, you can use this link. I'm gonna give you a link too. I think it would just be easier to just the second one is you, Talia, the first one's you. Okay? Click it now so that it won't get deleted right before I hop off the call. Talia, remember the homework? Okay? Wanda, you won the challenge. I'm gonna announce it on the community chat. Congratulations. Make sure you celebrate. Make sure you go all out. Make everybody jealous in there. Okay? Because it was close. I'm not gonna lie, it was close.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
I'm so wow. I didn't think I was gonna win something because listen, through this pain, I was able to walk. Do my walks.
Yeah.
It was hard, but I did it.
We were consistent, Mama. All right, ladies. It's been a pleasure. Make sure you guys book the calls. Okay? ASAP. All right? And we'll go from there. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Happy